All right, you guys, welcome here to Dr. Smiley. Almost want to say the Dr. Smiley show, but he pulls all of us as authors together so we can talk about our books, so we can encourage and uplift. And Beth, please let the people know about your book and why is it impactful and what you look forward for it to accomplish or
Oh,
accomplishing.
thank you for that introduction. First of all, a huge thank you to Dr. Ken Roshan, Dr. Smiley, for putting this event together so we can all come together as authors to get to know each other a little better and to find out about each other's books. It's such a fun activity. So I am Beth Robins. I am an inspirational speaker. I'm a life coach. And I am an author, which is relatively new for me here in 2025. But what I'm most proud of in this moment is that I am the creator and heart behind the Carpe Diem Seize the Day with a Smile movement. And why a movement? My goal is to reach 1 million souls a year. And my message is understanding what Carpe Diem seize the day means. A lot of people instantly will think conquer the day, or I'm going to go out and do something bold and brash, or I'm going to knock off a bucket list or jump out of a plane or some super heroic activity. And it could be that, it is that, but it's also a decision. Seizing the day is a decision that we get to make every morning we wake up. You have a choice and a chance. You have a choice to decide what frequency you're going to vibe on. You could choose grumpy, angry, anxious, worried, judgy, or you could choose love. I choose gratitude. Um, just creating and putting on that positive attitude, like it's what you're going to put on that day, an extra shirt, an extra layer, and it comes from within. Because making that choice gives you the chance to impact your day. Yeah, that's cool. But also all the lives that you're going to interact with in your day, whether it's the barista, your school bus driver, whatever it is, you get to do what you want to do with your day and how you impact. So, the book that I am talking about today is first in a series of books for children that I wrote for about the fourth, fifth grade level on up through high school and beyond. And it is dun, 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 Seize the Day with a Smile. So, and this is the start of the movement is this book here. And I start each book with a kind of an explanation of what Carpe Diem means for that age level. And then we go into a fictional narrative of the story. This book features young Kenny. Now, Kenny wakes up and he realizes he's facing kind of a wonky day. Like he's got a math test he's not so sure about, some soccer tryouts, and he decides he's kind of brushing his teeth and he kind of looks kind of funny in the mirror. His hair is all kind of wacky. And he says, you know what? I'm just going to smile through this day. I'm going to greet this day with a sense of humor. And so we go through Kenny's day and he meets the grumpy bus driver who he probably hasn't smiled a day in his life as far as Kenny knows. And he just smiles at him and then doesn't think about it. Kenny goes about his day, excuse me, and we follow Kenny's day. But then we go back to the bus driver. And the bus driver was impacted by that smile so much that when he gets home, he starts to think about his kid sister and how they used to joke and laugh. And it's been so long since he felt that way. And he calls her and it impacts her day. They laugh about, remembering how it was when they were kids. And now she goes to work with that extra smile in her heart and how she was impacted by her brother's call. And now she's going to impact the lives of her patients at the hospital. Now, her hospital is in Kenya. So we've gone now across the world. This one smile from young Kenny has trickled across the pond and is now impacting all the lives over there. And then their smiles, because they're impacted. When somebody smiles at you, it changes something, I think, chemically inside of us. And we can go with that feeling, go, this feels so much better than the way I was just feeling. I was worried about something, and now I'm feeling kind of good. I'm not exactly sure what triggered it. Well, it was the smile. And now I'm going to say, okay, this feels a little bit better. And so maybe now you're thinking about the fact that somebody made you smile. So now you're smiling and you bump into somebody and they're seeing your smile and they're like, "Wow, you have a really great smile." And it ripples on. And I was thinking about the author before me, Charla. You were talking about the impact of a hug and how you just never know when you hug somebody or you give that part of yourself, that unselfish part of your soul, your love to somebody. You never know what's going on inside them and how that's going to impact you. And so this book, Seize the Day with a Smile, I think is so important for especially like social emotional learning. In these times, we don't teach this in school. We don't really teach that your attitude matters, the way that you greet the day, and that you actually have a choice. You don't have to be bummed out all the time. You can choose something that feels a little bit better. And I'm just so, I guess you could tell I'm exuberantly happy and excited about it because I feel that we're in a time in our world, in our lives right now, where people are ready to soak this up. People are ready to hear this message. And if I can impact one soul a day, a million souls a day, awesome. Because I'm going to keep this series going as long as I can keep writing. These stories are going to pour out of me. There is a series, as I hinted, that each book kind of works off the next one. So at the end of book one, we meet our hero of book two, and so forth and so forth. So you can kind of follow along how Carpe Diem and seizing the day and seizing the day with a smile is just the whole movement. And I'm just super excited to share it with you.
Seize the day. What does that look like? Right?
Right?
And then doing it with a smile. You know, uh, and let me just say this. Sometimes we don't always feel like smiling.
That's right.
So sometimes we just embrace that moment, but we remember that we do at least have the choice to come back and smile. Find something to
Exactly.
smile
And
about.
your smile is your soul connection. And I could say some people, if you can look them in the eye and see them that they are a spiritual being having a human experience just like you, that you can see their smile here. It's in there. That's your soul's window. And you can smile with your eyes, smile with your mouth, smile with your heart, but it's a soul connection.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I want to say so many things that each author has talked about are foundational principles that it seems to have left is fleeing away with the change in times of society, right? But
Mhm.
for us to be able to bring it back in, and I said it earlier, we cannot throw everything out with the bathwater. We have to have some foundational principles because we had to make it through
Yeah.
a lot of these things that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, says thank you so much for being part of this. And where can
Thank
they
you.
find you again? Did you already mention that?
I didn't mention it, but the book is on Amazon. It is Seize the Day with a Smile. And you can find me, the best place is on Instagram, and it's at Balanced Robin. That's where I hang out. Come visit me.
At Balance Robins. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.